Hi, it's Anne from the Useless Crafter. So today is my last Disney princess in this toddler series. So we're gonna do Princess Jasmine today. And I just wanna show you kind of like to start off why these Disney princesses, the toddler version, have been so great for off the mat, okay? So I brought in Snow White as well because Princess Jasmine is the only one where her legs aren't showing because she's not in a skirt or in a gown. But in general, she still has lots of layers, right? So, and what I mean by layers is, I mean in sections. So you have your hair, and then your face, and then you have a top, and then a bottom, and then the legs. So each section can be as big as 11 inches. So what you do is you take your longest, biggest image. So in this case, for Snow White, I think her legs were the longest piece. Her skirt, which was actually very wide, was the widest thing that I had on here. But for Jasmine, I think this little piece right here, not the whole bottom, but just this little section right here. So if this is, let's say, we can technically go to 11 and a half inches, but just to make it like very round numbers, if this is 10 inches, this is 10 inches, then this is 10 inches right away, you can do 30 inches without any seams in the color, okay? So that's why these images have been so great. I get a lot of times like these requests and people think that if there's only two colors or one color, it's actually easier to do, but it's harder because it's harder to mask the seams. In this case, I don't think there's any like tips and tricks that we need to deploy to make it seamless because everything's kind of in pieces, but we'll see once we get into it. I have not looked at this file at all. So what you see right now is me just kind of going off the cuff, but you'll get my thinking out loud moments. So, all right, I'm gonna delete Snow White. I don't know how big to make her, but I wanna make her as big as possible without any seams in the colors. Because Jasmine has dark hair, I've done Jasmine as an adult and I did her hair in black glitter cardstock. If you wanna see that, follow me on Instagram or Facebook. On Instagram, it's the Useless Crafter, no spaces, okay? But okay. Let's just do 36 inches and see what we get, okay? I'm gonna zoom out for a second because that's a really big image. And let's ungroup it so we can kind of break it into pieces and see what we have. So I think our biggest challenge is gonna be this leg right here. So this is the blue over here in the right-hand side panel, okay? Oops, and let me move. Oh, hold on, sorry. Let me undo this really quickly. And I'm gonna move, I did it again. Undo, I think my image is right here. I don't know, you know what? I'm not gonna move it there. Give me a second. I'm gonna move this here for you. Maybe right here, there. Okay, so let's go to the blue and go to contour because I wanna get rid of everything but this piece right here. So I want this, this piece. I don't want this one, and I don't want this one. Let's see how long this is. So it's 5.2 by 11.6. So we're sort of almost at our max, and she's 36 inches. I mean, 36 inches is a pretty good size. Let me go to 40 inches and just see what we have, okay? In case we want to do it at 40. So at 40, our leg changes to 5.8 by 12.9. So that's actually, hold on, let me undo that. Let's get this leg, let's bring it to the front, arrange, send to the front, and let's see if we can mess with this file. So it's 13 inches long, but let's see if we make it more of a diagonal, if we can change this. And yes, we can. So at what did we go with? 40 inches. So at 40 inches, if we turn this leg panel to the side, we've now changed the dimensions to 10 by 10, which we can cut on the Cricut. So I'm gonna say we could do 40 inches. So I'm just gonna delete this really quickly. We're gonna start over knowing that we're gonna do 40 inches, okay? Oops. Sorry. Upload. I'm going to go into my images, view all. You can see all the things I've been working on. Okay, so here's little Jasmine. Okay, so we're gonna make her 40 inches. So she's gonna be 40 inches by 23 and some. All right, so let's ungroup her and see what we have, okay? So here are her eyes, her skin, the blue. I'm just kind of moving to see what we have, okay? All right. So even the eyes, each color is an image, is one image. So when you send it to the mat, this is gonna cut with this much space in between. So it's kind of wasted space. Sorry, I'm clicking the wrong things. I'm gonna bring in a square and we're gonna slice everything apart so that we can save space. So for instance, the eyes, I'm gonna slice out the eyes like that and click slice. So now it's apart. And the reason why you wanna do that is when you go to the Make It screen now, you can put these two really close together, and instead of whatever the dimensions were before, it's now 2 inches by 1 inches. And so, you know, you can just use scrap paper for that, okay? Okay, so let's look at her skin next. So I'm gonna separate this by the face and the neck as 1, the arms 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 pieces. All right, so let's do the legs first. So you grab the 2, slice, and I'm gonna move it over. Now know that we have a piece right here. So I'm gonna start my cursor on this side and go in this way. And you see I can still slice it. So you can kind of slice, I call it slicing in traffic. As long as your mouse only picks up 2 items, you can still slice it, okay? So I'm gonna move this arm down, maybe like this. I think I can get it. There. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna slice that out. You want whatever piece you're slicing out to be completely in the square, and then everything else not in the square. So there's that. And I'm gonna look at those fingers. I don't know if you're gonna wanna weld it together or have those cut as individual pieces. We'll see how complicated this piece is and then see what we wanna do. So I'm gonna keep those 2 together just for now and slice it. We don't need the slice result, so you can just get rid of that. So here's that piece. Now we can get rid of that piece. Okay, and go in this way, slice. So we got the arm by itself. I don't even know what piece this is anymore. Okay, now the face. I'm gonna just zoom in a little bit. I feel like I can't see anything right now. Okay, so the face, I'm gonna tilt it this way so it's there. Now it's 8 by 10.5, okay? Now with the face, I wanna duplicate it. And then I'm gonna go to contour. Just stick with me for a second. I wanna get rid of the neck because I want just the face, okay? And then I wanna change that to black. And sorry, go to contour again. Let's hide all. The reason why you want to do this is because if there was a seam running down the eye or the mouth, it's now covered. This will go behind this, okay? So arrange, send to the back. So you see any seams that we would have had is now covered. Now the problem is we couldn't do this because it's not an enclosed space, okay? But we can fix that on this one. So let's bring in a circle and kind of just put it right here to close up that space, okay? So then we're gonna weld it. And now you have a completely enclosed space and it fits over very well. Let's bring this, arrange, send to the front. And now it covers it completely. So any seams that would have gone through the eyebrow, the eyes, the mouth, whatever, is now seamless, okay? So this is good. We'll move it to the side. Let's zoom out again. Okay, what else do we have? Let's do, okay, the eyes. So grab that, slice. The mouth or the teeth up here, slice. And then all your slice results, you gotta get rid of them, okay? We don't need those gray pieces. So just grab them and delete. Okay, so we have her outfit and just the gold left. Okay, that's pretty easy. So let's do that. Let's bring the gold down. Let's slice it out here. Now, if you notice, the eyes were up here. So again, I'm gonna go from down here, grab the gold and grab just enough of the square. That's enough to slice. And you can slice there. So you can see how the eyes there, it was in this square, it doesn't matter, okay? So this is good. Let's get the earring. I think that's what that is. Oops. These two are so close together, I'm just gonna keep it together, it's fine. So like later when you go to cut this on the mat, it could be super close together, okay? All right, so now all we have left is the outfit. So let's look at this. Let me delete this for now. And let's bring in another one. This little itty bitty piece, I don't know if that's gonna make it. Sometimes the super small pieces, I just get rid of them, but we'll leave it on here for now. Let's separate the top from the bottom, okay? So here we go. I'm gonna grab those two and I'm gonna slice it. So here is my top. And I'm gonna zoom in for a second to see exactly what we have. So this top is 9.3 by 9.2. I am very tempted to make this two pieces, all of this plus the little circle. So bring in a circle. So like this little sleeve right here, I don't think we need it. So I'm going to just do something like this and I'm gonna weld it together. I'm gonna duplicate it. I'm gonna do it for this top. I'm gonna make it wider. I don't know if I kind of want to cover it and just make it look like a top like that. Duplicate it and I'm going to do it for over here. I'm going to make this one smaller. Something like that, okay? And I'm going to grab all of this and weld it. So now instead of it being however many pieces, I have two pieces. 3 if you count this little guy over here, okay? And that's pretty efficient. I'm going to keep it like that. Actually, I kind of want that one out by itself because let's just move that. Slice that out. And the reason is because you can easily stick this in here later to cut, and then you can stick more pieces here and all around. Okay. All right, enough of that. Okay, so this is a lot of pieces. I'm tempted to slice out and see if we can connect these two pieces. And let's see. This is actually one big piece, so that's nice. And then two pieces. Okay, so let's bring in a square. Okay, and I'm gonna tilt this like that. Let's see if I can get this. It looks like it's kind of a straight line. I wonder if I can slice that out. Oh, I don't think I can. Hold on. Because this goes in a little bit. I'm gonna try because I really want it to work. Oh, I don't think I can make it work. Okay, so I'm gonna delete this square. It looks like we're going to have to slice this. So I'm gonna count this as 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just slice it. Let's contour it to separate it into 4 pieces. So when you use contour and you however many number of pieces you want it to be, that's the number of copies you need of the image. So I'm breaking this up into 4. So let's duplicate it. Here's copy 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So let's contour. And let's hide all. So it left me this. I want this piece and this piece too, and this top little piece. So you're just selecting pieces that you want, okay? So that's done. So let's click out of this. So see, now that's my top piece. And this is 8.5 by 12.3. So if I scroll, if I move it this way, move it more. Okay, I'm very close. No. Okay, it looks like I can't make this under 11 and a half. But what I could do is, let's duplicate this for a second. Let's remove this piece, okay? So contour, I don't want that piece. And then see, so now this is 8.2 by 10.7. So I can definitely cut it on the Cricut. This one, I need that piece, okay? So I'm gonna contour, hide all. I want this piece, I don't want this piece. Oops, and I don't want this piece. Okay, so this is my guy right here. This is all can cut on the Cricut. I'm definitely gonna weld this together and I'm gonna weld this together. So this is all one piece. So actually we can do that right now. Let's bring in a circle. And I'm making this easy because instead of keeping track of so many pieces, it's just one. It's easy to lay down onto your project and easy to keep track of. So this one, let's make it small and we'll put it right there. Let's do that. Okay, and let's, where's my arrow? Duplicate it. We also need it to go down here. Like, I'm gonna turn it a little bit. There. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. Okay, I'm gonna grab those two and weld. See, that looks pretty good. I don't think anyone would have known that it should have been in 3 pieces there. Okay, so we've got that done. Let's contour the next one. So on this one, let's hide all. We want this piece, this piece. We don't want that one. So I'm deselecting that one. Come on, deselect that one. I think the shoes we kept together. Okay, so let's see. So this is that piece. We know it's long. We need to separate this. So, but it's what's nice is it's two big pieces. Awesome, right? Let's continue separating just so that we don't get confused. Or I don't get confused. Okay, let's hide all. We want the 2 shoes. Okay, and we don't want this piece. Okay, so here are our shoes. Then the last one, we want this big section right here. So let's contour. Let's hide all. We want this one, this one, this one, this one. Oh my, it's a lot of pieces. So definitely on this one, I definitely want to weld. Okay, deselect that one. Okay, so here's our pieces. All right, so we know this one, we need to separate into 2. So let's duplicate and contour. So contour, we want the bottom. And this bottom is 12 by 7, so we're gonna need to twist it a little bit. Now it's 10 by 9, perfect. Now we need the top, contour, select the bottom, deselect the bottom so that we have the top. Okay, so this top, good, 7 by 10, perfect. This guy, we need to separate, let's separate it into 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so second copy, third, 4. Okay, so let's look at this contour. Okay, let's see. Let's hide all, see what it leaves us. Oh no. Okay. We want this piece. We don't want this piece. Okay, so that's 1. Let's go to the next one, contour. We want, let's hide all. We want this gigantic piece. We don't want that, and we don't want this. Here's our gigantic piece. Then the next one, contour. let's hide all. We want the top two, this one and this one. We don't want this one. Okay, this goes up here. And then we have just the 3 right here. So let's click on that, contour, hide all. We want this guy, and this guy. We don't want this one. Okay, we've got all our pieces. This, I want to weld. I want the 3 pieces to become 1, okay? So let's do this. Kind of make it like that. I'm going to duplicate it, and I want to make it smaller and get that in. Okay, I'm going to grab that and weld. Okay, that's 1 piece. Where did that go? That goes right here. Looks good to me. Okay, this piece we know we needed to twist. Okay, that I twisted too much. Okay, 11.3 by 9.1, perfect. These 2 guys I want to weld. I'm gonna bring in maybe a triangle, and kind of get it to be like, maybe something like that. Weld it. So now 1 piece. Okay, I think we're done. We just need to separate these 2. So let's just duplicate, contour. Okay, I'm leaving the right shoe. Now I need the left shoe. Contour, get rid of that one. All right, there are my 2 shoes. Okay, we're done. We just have the big image. Okay, so let's start slicing out this piece. Okay, let's bring in our square. Make it 11 by 11. I'm assuming everyone is using 12 by 12 cardstock, okay? So let's just build our squares. We'll look at it afterwards, okay? So put the first one down. We're gonna go to the position feature. We want whole numbers. So we're gonna round to the nearest whole number. 5.5 becomes 6. 12.4 becomes 12. Let's duplicate that square, put it over here, put it close, and then you just need to round. 17.1 becomes 17. 12 is already 12, good. So now I'm gonna show you the math behind it, okay? So this one, the position is X coordinate. X is running across, Y is running up and down. So your X is 6, where it's basically saying go over 6 units, go down 12 units. Here's the tip of our square. So this is at 6. 6 plus the 11 is 17, and this is 17. So now you're gonna hit Shift. You're gonna grab both squares because these are already flushed together. You're gonna duplicate it. So you have another pair, put it down here, put it close enough, then you don't have to do any math. You just round to the nearest whole number. 6 point something becomes 6, 23. Okay, now you have 4, right? So hit the Shift key, go grab the next 2 squares over here and duplicate. We're gonna put it down here. Go up here, 5.7 becomes 6, 34.0 becomes 34. Okay, I think we have enough to cover her. Scroll down over here, grab her, and arrange send to the front. All right, so I'm gonna zoom out so we can kind of see. Okay, so let's put her down, and it looks like we need another square right here. And that's easy. Just grab a square, duplicate it, and put it right here, okay? Now, what's nice is because these are all on whole numbers, if you put this close enough, round to the nearest whole number. 28.11 becomes 28, 30 point something becomes 30. So now we know this is flushed, okay? We're gonna arrange send to the front again. So we know this hand is gonna cut off a little bit. Maybe we move it over so that a bigger piece is cut off, okay? I'm gonna zoom in so we can see where we're cutting. I apologize. I know it's a lot of zooming in and out. So this one, this is going to be a piece by itself. A big portion of her head, that's all good. This is one big piece. This is one big piece. The hand is unfortunate. It is in two pieces, but they're still going to be sizable. It won't be hard to keep track of. So that's good for me. This all looks good. What you don't want is something like this. Okay, I'm going to show you right now. You don't want this because this little tip of her middle finger is a separate piece. One, you got to cut it and make sure it doesn't rip. Two, you have to keep track of it. And then three, you need to tape it down. It's a pain in the butt. So you don't want something like that, okay? When we're slicing this up, we want manageable pieces. This to me is manageable as well as this. I think this is as good as it's gonna get. So let's zoom back out and start slicing her, okay? So here we go. One square, the black image, slice. And we're just gonna go all the way around and slice her out. And she's gonna look really, really good, like I said. I would use black glitter cardstock just because of her hair. We could just do black glitter cardstock for the top portion. That might be good. Or, oops, hold on, sorry, undo that. Undo. Sorry, you know what we can do? We can start moving her over because it's hard for me to get to that inside space. Right now, I'm just kind of moving it over and keeping it in place so that later when I cut this off the mat, it's a lot easier to manage and know exactly where the pieces are. All of these slice results, just grab it and delete it. We don't need it. Okay, now we can slice from here. Slice, slice, and one more slice. Okay, so now we've got this head, this piece, this, her little fingers, and the bottom. Okay, and all of this we can just delete. Okay, so here, this piece, I think it's okay to keep it like this. We could separate this in case it helps us save space. So I will just duplicate it real quick and go to contour and separate out this contour. Now we want just the arm, so deselect this. So see, now it's two pieces. And let's go to the Make It page so I can show you what it looks like. Okay, so the white, just click OK. For the white, you can move something like this, maybe something like this. So it's super close. This is a 2x3 piece of cardstock. You know, here's her eyes. You could do something like this. Okay, her face. So this is too long, right? We know we needed to twist this a little bit. So let's get that onto the mat because we only have a 12x12 piece of cardstock. You can make it really efficient though and move this here. Let's see what else we have. We have this and this. So if you don't, okay, so I always use 12x24 mats. So then I would just put a 12x12 piece of cardstock up here, make sure there's nothing at this 12x12, this 12 line, and then here's my second 12x12 piece of cardstock. If you don't even have a 12x24 mat, then what you need to do is you need to grab this arm, click on the three dots, move object, and you need to add a new page, and you want it this color, okay? Confirm, and it will add it. Whoa, what did it do? It added it to here. So now this guy who's hanging out, why won't it let me? Okay, it should let me move up. Let's go to this one. Let's grab this guy, move object, and let's move it to this one as well. Maybe, okay, so now it was just a glitch. So here we go. So this mat, even though it says 12x24, you can feed a 12x12 mat, put the 12x12 cardstock, it's fine, okay? Here is the gold. I mean, you could flip this over and make it more efficient, right? Like that. Maybe move this down here. I mean, there's so many things that you can do. Okay, so there's your gold piece. This black is pretty big. Okay, this little guy needs to move. Click on the 3 dots, move object, and let's move it to the neck right here. Just make sure though that you don't forget that it's here, because if it's here, it's gonna cut it out and you have 2 ruined pieces. Something that I have done, unfortunately. Okay, so this piece is pretty big. This is pretty good. These are all pretty big pieces. I don't think there's anything that we can do. Although I feel like, can we move this? Let's see, move object. I feel like it could fit in here. So, you know what? I think it can. We'll move this arm over. Yes. It's like a game of Tetris. This just needs to tilt this way. Yay, we saved 1 piece of cardstock. Okay, here's our blue. This blue is Crazy Town. Let's see. This stuff can move up here. Right? We still have more space over here. Let's see what's down here. Okay, so this, I only have 12 by 12, so I need to move it like this to make sure it's in there. Okay, so this can go here. This, I think, can, no, okay, so let's see. Can move it down here. So these 2 are good. This is a big pant leg. These are all big pieces. I feel like that's kind of the best we can do. But you can play around with it. Like this one, I feel as if we move this one, move object to this first one. Or maybe I should have switched the pieces. Should have moved the other big piece up here. But then this one can be more like this, maybe. Then we have more room here. Could we fit anything there? Oh, I don't think we can. All right, so that's our blue. It's a lot of blue because she has, I mean, it's her whole outfit. And then here's our arms. That's it. All right, so I hope that was helpful. Let me know in comments your feedback, your questions. I'm totally here. If you have a special request, let me know too. So that's Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. I totally appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. Let me know how I can help, and I will see you next time. Bye.